Moving on to number 9. We are being asked for data to support Barrett and Rayfield's suggestions. So just as before, I'm not going to read the chart until I know what their suggestion is. Reading the statements at the bottom, the largest tyrannosaurids, the family of carnivorous dinosaurs that includes Tarbosaurus, Albertosaurus, and most famously Tyrannosaurus rex, are thought to have had the strongest bites of any land animals in Earth's history. Determining the bite force of extinct animals can be difficult, however, and paleontologists Paul Barrett and Emily Rayfield have suggested that an estimate of dinosaur bite force may be significantly influenced by the methodology used in generating that estimate. So we're going to just highlight that statement, and we're going to go to the chart and try to see how the methodology used actually kind of supports their position before going to the answer choices. So we see only 2 methodologies are the same. The very top one and the bottom one. They got muscular and skeletal modeling. And their bite forces are assumed kind of similar for this tyrannosaurid bite force. But the other 2 are very different. So that shows that the methodology does impact the bite force estimate. So going to choice A, the study by Mears used body mass scaling and produced the lowest estimated maximum bite force, while the study by Cost used muscular and skeletal modeling and produced the highest estimated maximum. Well, that just doesn't match the methodology issue that we proactively identified. So we'll eliminate A as really just not addressing the issue at all with Barrett and Rayfield's suggestion. So then choice B, in their study, G and E used tooth bone interaction analysis to produce an estimated bite force range with a minimum of 8,000 newtons and a maximum of 34,000 newtons. Again, I'm not really going to highlight a reason here, but that doesn't address that methodology issue that we know is at issue for Barrett and Rayfield. Then choice C, the bite force estimates produced by B and F and by Cost were similar to each other. Okay, B and F, muscular and skeletal modeling, and Cost, muscular skeletal modeling, were similar to each other, and that is absolutely the issue we proactively identified, while the estimates produced by Mears and by G and E each differed substantially from any other estimate, not method. We've already just kind of got that in mind. So C absolutely matches, and it shows the value of trying to proactively answer a specific task for these contextual reading comprehension passage questions, because I knew what I wanted to find, and I'm not just kind of plugging and playing and passively engaging. Then choice D, the estimated maximum bite force produced by Cost exceeded the estimated maximum produced by B and F. Yeah, but it says they use the same method. This is actually indicating a difference. We wanted to show that they were the same. So D is really a task reversal, and then we'll move on to number 10, having answered number 9 with the correct answer of C.